Niklas is right. We made a vow. Forever.
Elijah has begun joining. I believe it helps him work through his anger, and he has much in position to ask for outside help.
For all of your care. You deserve a night off.
Adolf, but I fear my
Brother greeting me with such disdain. What of heroism, even as you bask in her torment?
Oh, if you two must.
This lot were travelling somewhere.
From a land we do not know, whose customs we cannot begin to understand. Finger sandwich.
Trouble is, this whole area is now property. There's been an influx of wild pet. Killed a half dozen last night.
He loves his hogs. Do forgive us. Consider it a glorious honor that we should be in noble hands, your grace. It's his minions for.
Hello?
Did I misinterpret? Someone needs to watch Hope of an errand to run. I would rather my niece. Oh my goodness. Where are my manners? Lay the bait. How precious. And just in time for lesson 2. You will provide me with the precise the routes used by any of your other men. Forgive me, do you know where she is?
Motor's all down with gunfire.
So I will ask you once again, what?
Find him in the penthouse.
This doesn't frighten you, brothers. No one will have to take Hope from you.
Elijah, without an invitation.
Wag, your little corporation has been butchering. You are alluding to the Crescent Bag.
No, yeah.
My darling Lucian, I'm quite happy to stand here and watch you die. Or you can invite me in. The choice is yours. You're going to need Niklas's blood for that wound to assume that the Lord Tristan du Martel. So wait, by this logic, am I to assume that I am... Leave this city. Ah! Niklas! The apartments across. I might pay a visit to the manager. Be out of earshot should assuage her. This might well be the solution. Are you okay?
You should be quite comfortable.
I thought only of you. Refreshingly optimistic. You're new. I received some I don't trust the source, but...
Ben that can kill you. Pray la prophecy, la coroniota.
Let's not forget family, Niklas.
Just like old times.
Just like old times. Who among our family do you... Before we murder Lucian, there's certain questions.
I take it. Where is he?
He allowed himself to be arrested. We should entertain ourselves right here.
I asked what manner of creature your entire family sought refuge. Whoever seeks you with myself.
How much longer is this goes for both of us? Friend, foe, and family.
Well, I never could resist a good spoiler. And what of Marcel? Family's loyalties lie. Would you kindly enlighten me as to what...
Tried to get rid of her and, Aya?
Let me guess, 5'7", built like a goddess, vicious. I sired her. Numerous plagues, assassination, intimately. Olga. And very Tristan.
You go left, I go right.
Why don't Mr. Mikaelson and I require the room? Please leave us.
Marcellus, please. And you would do well. Is conspiring with none other than...
Your Marcel is a potential recruit. Well, as it happens, the economical way to complete this... to make Lucian's ambition. While I doubt to do it.
What makes you so certain that Niklas... Indeed, then, Niklas is on his way right now to put Lucien. I'm well aware.
Try to feed him more, and
We should talk.
it's too late for Lucian has to die. You said so yourself.
Yet you played right alongside him.
In some way.
It's purely circumstantial.
Something the matter, Elijah?
Preston, tell me what's really going on.
So what do you want to know? It's just getting to that.
Now it's...
It's not what I meant. It's an influential congregation of vampires the world has ever known.
Wanna be loved. So
Why are they all staring at you?
World and eager to devoted to a new, better civil. It was naive. I'd cultivated a legion.
Elijah, what's wrong? What's Marcel doing here?
This is quite simple. First,
Where's our ancient? How's Marcel?
you candidates surprise us. You'd come. Tell me,
Oh, he's arrogant.
just one dance.
Why, of course. I could have warned you.
We'll get into
I shall have to intervene. It is a shame. I expect I shall ruin my tix. Far more reliable than you, Marcellus.
Relax. Got this under control.
Do you
You're hammered.
hamper the festivities somewhat? It's poison.
The entirety of his claims. Details can be verified. Moving them entirely was actually...
I want proof. I think it would be more accurate to say that we made each other, but he has a sister. Emotion to her is absolutely pathological.
Yours wants to kill me. It makes you regret turning any vampires in the first place.
The division of labor seems crystal clear. Two of them, two of us. Roses are red, lavender is blue. Come find me before I find you. Oh, I wouldn't say that this is lacking and told me never to speak it again in your presence. When Mother sees control of my mind, do not dismiss this sneak.
Whatever it is.
Less than forthcoming about threats facing my family. You do know precisely when hear that heart of yours racing away. I suspect Niklas is with her. Where is she? Habit of cultivating misfortune. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Might be telling the truth about that. What is it?
Word is spread, and if these country imbeciles know.
Father will come.
What did my brother say to you? Mother, he lied to me. He must only see him as the rich.
The guy stayed on Tristan's tail all day. Followed
How and where?
the building. Sure as hell isn't a coincidence.
Well, they've been working together the whole time. She told you. How convenient to voice this ancient grievance in the very moment we need to stand united against our enemies. You said I protected you. I protected our family. Aurora, and a powerful lunatic at that. Father was in pursuit. What? Despite every one of your despicable deeds, I alone have all this blame. Will you ever look at yourself? I have carried you for centuries, Niklas. No more. So be it. I politely informed Niklas that I'm not his enemy. Tristan and Lucien, in truth, a little bit of gentle persuasion that we expose and destroy our first sire.
Turn our fury in a more pertinent direction.
You seem more annoyed than usual.
To believe that she might be the key to ending this retrospective of family loyalty is schizophrenia. Hatred's a hell of a thing for him.
Elijah.
But this had been a period of mayhem, fronting us mercilessly, so I compelled them. Not the kindest thing I ever did, if I'm perfectly frank. So while we found respite in the sleepy and yet the decoy Mikaelson children to the far reaches of Europe, we were inconvenient. You must understand about this family. Acting against us, yes, without question. Perhaps the little hair of the dog might be more. She's still not answering. What do you mean she's gone?
I don't understand.
Lucian kept us occupied here where they hunted Rebecca.
Seeing these,
Cannot fight them alone.
perhaps you'll have better luck.
Timing's perfectly horrendous. Yeah. Do I need to? Inman was known as the Red Sorrow. Before you execute him immediately.
Same beast, no.
It's time to come home, Rebecca. I'm closer to bringing about your own destruction.
I'll have to wait, sister. The Strix are making.
The Shen certain she returns. Try not to. I have questions. I want answers. Which is what? What do you want with Lavina Claire? Me? Having a little difficulty.
My dad is crazy as it is.
No, we won't let them. Where's Rebecca?
It's alright.
Forget Mikaelson. You will find her. Conjured by the very witch who lured Rebecca into this trap. I don't have time. You need to stop Davina from activating Lucian and Tristan's weapon. I will not rest until my sister is found. We will kill many someones. Niklaus! You shout. Your sister is missing.
And as long as.
Give me my sister. I'll visit your brother Tristan.
Yes.
Gone completely mad.
You see madness.
Well, it is a bold. Will you employ the same tactic when it comes time to retreat? Aurora will always protect Tristan. Lucian are aligned. There's a distinct advantage. And devastate their pitiful alliance. I can feel the holiday spirit already. They all face a common threat. A prophecy. I would all fall within a year. I fear my sister already has. See, I would have called it an entirely unnecessary measure. And since any alliance is impossible without honor, sure. Clandestine alliance. Shh, shh, shh. Lucian, please, ruin the dinner before it begins. Shall we begin? The deceit, the betrayal, with a little confession. Well, I take it that you are referring to the medallion. And release Rebecca. Remind me why we shouldn't just compel.
Surely you can't, but.
Aurora, compulsion is not my only part.
Plans have declared war against.
Nauseating dinner theater we've endured throughout the century. These performances are by.
We're in fact.
Rightfully so.
Consider the future of your head.
Elijah.
Author of this very prophet to pass could be the result of your own duplicity.
Made worse thanks to Aurora.
I am. Tear those eyeballs from your skull and.
Will be the right one.
Tristan now. Allowing Aurora to go free. And do you love her? Perhaps.
Vervain in his system. All you.
He says he's immunely fond of torture, but yes, be the one to choose precisely when, steal the information we need. Unless she's violently teething, I don't. We could watch this forever. The coordinate. The alternative is significantly less pleasant. Could use a little more persuasion.
Just. Not that I can.
You've done more than enough.
If I
Can you give me what I seek? Resisting, but still something else. It was a word. What is it?
You don't have a choice.
Is that so?
How long before the Strix decide to come get their guy? And if they destroy half the court, he can withstand all your vampire mind.
So what are you suggesting here, Marcel? I simply hand over this wretch. So stay away from them, Marcel, before I interpret your behavior as an act of...
is strong enough to take down even you.
Free, Rebecca has lost. One of them, very moment we have our sister once again, Tristan and Aurora no longer have something delightfully gruesome. Hello, sister. Still hungry. I'm one of them to eternity, vicious. Just a terrible student. I'm afraid we have a far more urgent problem.
Yeah, I am the prettiest urgent problem you have ever seen.
Left unchecked.
Strix always employ a safeguard. Body you were cursed. You see, if one is on a ramp, it's an assassination attempt. Strix are fond of this slow-acting poison. There is an antidote. Ingredients are complicated.
I don't need the recipe. I know exactly where I can find the answer.
Listen to me. We must help her.
Well, because the hospital's out of the question.
Okay, stay with her, please. Control yourself. Santa's naughty list.
Still meant to fall by family.
But it's forever fated to be an outsider. This hasn't been your most elegant family.
Cold heart.
I got your message.
There's a coming on when your back's against the wall. Make your peace, will you fight a dark day?
Pick me up and throw me a hell of a party.
I can't.
Prophecy is to embrace it, control it. You'll be able to trust them again, Freya. You can stop anyone, friend or.
How is she?
As soon as she feeds, her mood will change for the better. Brutal.
Agreed. After the Seratura has been recovered. So, brother, think. Tristan needs the most powerful witch in the city to a regent. No. Stay. She'll need you, brother. Vincent. We should chat. What happens? My family's in. What's happening? Who?
Jackson.
Haley will be next. There's no time.
Into battle. Let's keep in mind that Tristan may be the very.
Becca is safe. Perhaps you should stay.
Of all people.
Tristan, but you and I both know he can be impossibly want Niklas to eviscerate that poor girl.
Haley Marshall Kenner, you'll have to forgive her if she seems.
As your side boy, just a little bit of common might almost be successful in subduing us. But at what price? Realize he engineered absolutely all of this. Tristan doesn't care for any of you. It's the choice that you must make. You see, I'm not your enemy. It's true. I can just as easily pluck you out of it. You will let her choose. Allow her the dignity of this choice. You force her. You lose her forever. Where you will drown in splendidly horrific. And think we're enemies, Marcellus. Thank you. Well, I persuaded some rather dedicated long darkest depths if I don't give a damn. Without you. Of events, you go and find her. I shall deal with the growing nightmare of our family's potential extinction. Out there is capable of killing us. We should probably.
My guess is that she needed some air for a few days.
Of course. Forgive me. I sincerely are far away.
I'm calling to suggest we pool our efforts to.
Ultimately, we made a rather startling discovery. She's untrained, of course.
And what do you want from me?
Sadly, we don't have that kind.
Worst is still to come.
A word. or even tied to one of the equestrian constellations. There's Peleus.
Neither of those sounds like a...
And Niklaus. Leave it be.
Carved from kindling, which I gave to Rebecca.
I collected the firewood myself. The horse was made of the white. That weapon is...
We both know.
What to say?
Tristan.
Just do it for the minutes and use what we got before gone. No. Gonna lose you, honey. So I'm gonna love you.
Okay, so what's the plan?
You know, Camille, till then, she and I have history. Long ago, I invited her. She was perfectly tailored to bear the responsibility. We cared for one another deeply. Fellowship, unburdened by the limit. And then father, accompanied by a small army, he laid to it. I did not. Savior, corrupted guidance, they made the Strix what they are today. I've ever forgiven myself. With a little salt and an old wound. Who chooses the leader here? And fortunately for every last one of you, excellent candidate in mind. Objections. Follow me. I shall return you all to great. Shh. Marcel, grown-ups to talk. Initiated the charter of the Strix. Oh yes, me. Now it says, the absence of a worthy daughter shall be invoked and complete dominion. Elijah. Regale, a game of kings. Let's not do this, shall we? You would use strength. Are you quite done?
Once again,
All of you swore loyalty to a serpent, all in the name of furthering his tyranny.
You ran like a cat.
I had no choice. I returned. The moment I knew that my family was safe, I returned. The wreckage, the corpses, the ruin I felt when I thought of your death.
He always, above all, and that is why.
If that's your ultimatum. I have my sources searching for Marcel. It won't be. Will improve your odds. Of course, Marcel is very popular. Any one of the many residences around here. I wouldn't be done itself again. I'll be certain to finish the task. Marcel, why don't you come outside? It's not difficult to above burning this place to the ground. You agree? No. It was in a contest. This is evasion. Study them. This is absurd.
Stand with him and fight to live.
In character. The moment took me. Your masterclass before to the new Grand Poobah. So perhaps we can keep this wretched prophecy at bay. Try to keep those clowns in mind.
Can't forget where you came from.
Aurora's involvement. You wonder which one of us shall try and kill. You broke her heart. I will share the sin of Tristan's unceremonious burial at sea.
It's normally we who pose the threat to our intimates. It's an odd feeling. The roles reversed.
Sakes, release the poor creature. That's not what I've...
All of our heads are on the chop.
Freya, what I cannot do...
What do we know about this traitor in the Strix cabin? I would say this found Freya. There's no need. You have to punish us with the world's most unfortunate limerick. Aurora will do everything in her power.
I can smell her blood, but...
You track the scent, I'll take the cabin. From Niklaus. Whatever.
With a little bit of flair, of course.
So what are we waiting for? All too well. Wish between real love and some desire.
One truth you speak, the one thing.
The White Oak Creek.
And yet Marcel neglected to mention.
But the Strix might yet come for you.
They'll be more likely to do.
The Star Line has to remain unbroken. We have to go. And Aurora is not the only problem.
Self in order to protect us. Trust, I'm telling you. I've taken my life.
Have a lot of foes.
Just one or two.
Steal Jackson's heart and deliver it to the very people bent on harming us.
Marcel is the least of our troubles. The Strix would still be clamoring over Haley's heart if it weren't for Marcel.
Come for our heads.
Not without the White Oak. See.
I had planned on taking a different head tonight.
Creator destroyed by his own creation. Shoot me and you die.
What is this?
Well, you can certainly try, but until...
Are we now? Our second-rate Napoleon
So you see... So you realize that I'm here because... Precisely.
And terribly if you spared me the deadbeat.
And a knight or two in shining armor.
Look at you two. I speak.
Met your brother Tristan. Rampant abuse he frequently, repeatedly. I knew already that I ever paid my brother was to. Well, look at that. So it appears.
In here.
The night. I can't.
Abandonment.
You were not. I cannot forgive.
I left you despite your devotion. So.
We were forced to learn a different kind of. You see, over time, Niklaus's enemies grew so withdraw from the world. Wouldn't exactly describe our presence in this city as discreet. Plus, the guy's belongings, torched Aurora's hunting ground, and obliterated.
I've realized.
What is this?
Born.
I came to check on Hope. And Niklaus is a little overwhelmed with everything. Didn't they burn that Philistine pigsty?
Someone had to pay for that, so I murdered us.
Don't forget the Mr.
Concerned about.
You haven't aged a day.
Long lost older sister.
I'll leave a generous tip. Splinter of that white oak remains.
And I get the impression that
It's very bad for everyone's health. Do you have any leads? They're the culprit before they burn the city into the ground. Do you miss being dead yet?
Either of you.
Ross. Of course, I have nothing better to do.
Elijah.
What do you think you're doing? I will consider this as an act of war, Haley. Now I preserve your daughter.
Taken risks for you. It is about time.
A bullet in your heart.
An army devoted to keeping me alive. As you well know, Niklaus, there is another.
Cortez burnt the bodies.
I always have loved you. Hurting him all over again. Out of respect for him.
Didn't work. Truly is a master of his craft. Don't stop driving until you're absolutely certain.
This door.
Quiet around me.
I wouldn't bet on it.
A lot of them saying he's dead.
I thought we agreed. But But you're the one who wanted to keep the Strix anytime you want.
Either it worked on him or he found a way to hijack it. He's luring Nick's enemies out of the...
Finn has demonstrated nothing but contempt towards us. How can you be so certain that he would return?
Your idea of good news.
Bad news is word spread.
It's a laid-back bunch.
Marcellus.
Take a swing, huh?
Particularly considering we'll be confined here together for the foreseeable future.
You see, Niklaus isn't the only one who's retrieved the White Oak. I recommend we dispense with all of this. Get down to some good old family bonding.
How was hell?
Could you believe me?
It is curious.
The way you speak is like...
Yes. And I'm gonna take...
Perhaps expel him from our lives altogether. No decision. I only ask, unless you can't. But now you do.
Enough. Told you to stay your hand. He'll be fine.
Elijah!
Give it to me.
But after all this time, it is...
We got the White Oak. Time to come home.
Because Haley and I have just made a rather unsettling discovery. What we don't know is why.
This whole town consumed with everything out there.
I want you to find...
I should have said.
Do not give me orders, brother, or even family. Rate your presence here is the hope of finding... Mystic from
Years in a box.
It's strange. Call the first time we fled together, Finn.
Tomb for 9 centuries.
You were a danger.
Danger?
Yes.
Carson Cole.
You despised yourself. Threatened our very survival, Finn. Just as you...
That place was abandoned and... Dies. Let us not wait for Cole and his witch's tricks. Let us simply tear this...
Visiting hours.
Unfortunately, we don't have time to play right now.
My sister Freya has been taken. Yes, we have another.
Violent disembowelment.
And me.
What do you go with that? This is my town. Now you mean these 10...
Can I?
Longer. Both of you. Siblings squabbling.
My brother needs us.
What's wrong with him?
You fought against what time and circumstance made you.
I truly don't know. Thoroughly occupied, according to Davina. I can take care of Cole for now. Let us focus our energies. Demolish that rodent. I'm seriously going out there.
Elijah, the whole... Now you're gonna...
Sound a little reckless.
Elijah.
Such a treat, and nothing quite compared.
Yes, what a wonderful world that was. The world becomes significantly less wonderful. Guess your fantasy sweetheart wants her beloved Tristan.
Elijah, given our current circumstances,
Carefully craft yourself into this abomination. You have no idea where he...
rather potent.
Come now, my darling sister. 1,000 tons of cement. Act 3. Spoiler alert.
Would want that power.
Lucian's got no reason to be on the lookout for me.
Mary doesn't want vampires near.
Hope under my protection.
Unfortunately.
No, I couldn't prevent that.
Yes, I do.
Do you want me to do?
I don't know. Klaus, me.
I'm afraid to die. We fight for those we love.
Magical miracle baby.
Anything.
I've tried everything. There's nothing more we can do. But Stop the inevitable.
Okay.
This isn't over.
I've lost heaven to.
Something the matter?
I'm working on an early warning system.
Please understand, I despise the situation.
Today,
It can't be good.
Me to stay here and leave our sister in time.
Once I have it,
So what's the problem?
We'd be placing Davina in terrible danger.
Kate.
What choice do we?
And the Strix tell me that Lucien is headed to the bayou.
get the power I need to kill Lucian.
Forgive me, Marcel.
It had to be done.
Eat it.
Marcel.
We know.
no,
Marcel, he.
You are family.
no, I'm not. Never.
On until we do.
Whiskey is important.
I'm certain. Give him time
Our ends.
Every time I get close to seeing something.
to finish it.
To extract the serum from Aurora. I was busy at the time, but Vincent did steal this.
We're in trouble. He's not answering.
Elijah, the power I stole from the ancestors.
Look, evening close, I'll find Marcel. Am I interrupting something?
I won't ask you again, Marcel. Klaus, Marcel, you are treading very close to a danger. I'm asking you to choose wisely.
I will find a way to hurt.
As I saw.
Oh, look.
You could have what? He despised us. Yes, he was our friend. Yes, he was our was lost. He became our I had no choice.
Forgive me.
It's Marcel.
I think part of him sees that more than anything. You have to forgive him.
Of the monsters got I'm dying. Won't go away.
Despite everything.
I'm not foolish enough to ask your forgiveness.
I think that this time, that burden won't hold so long as the deed remains in Freya's.
To this.
So send these fools away.
I am the one that's responsible.
You're not going to die.
She's struggling with this. And Rebecca.
This was not Marcel.
You have to be strong. This is suicide. Had a dream. Klaus doesn't make it.
He will make it.
Listen to me. I'll get his phone.
Say,
Is this you or is this me, Klaus?
put us in a deep sleep.
Hence the chambre de chasse.
In here, we can remain together.
Please do not.